All right. So Nick Chiappetta represents Dinesh Noshavan. We put that in the What the Hales segment because these two, Dinesh and Hales, are very similar, as are Nick Chiappetta, Dinesh's attorney, and Jeremy Hales' main attorney, Randall Shockett, including handling numerous cases for these guys. Both Chiappetta and Shockett seem to wind up on every case that either of them are on, which is interesting because I don't think you'd be able to find other lawyers to handle all of these things for you. Neither of these guys. But you've been taking Chiappetta, as you call him, to task for a ruling from earlier in August from U.S. District Judge John Steele, who practices out of Florida. And so what is the latest with that?
Well, they said that they made a finding, Judge Steele did, that Nick Chiappetta acted in bad faith. Okay, there was a deposition that Dinesh was used profanity. He had a black civil rights lawyer. Dinesh turns around and calls him a low-class racist. He makes a defamatory article on Substack, meant to defame the lawyer. It's right there. A lawyer of child stalker says black people are indistinguishable from monsters and shares illegal revenge porn in court. Now, this is all crazy. Now, point one on this is coming up. Dinesh has already put in documents in my case against him the other day. He filed them the other day that he's claiming that I possessed child pornography. That was filed, court documents that raised the question on whether he filed the 18 United States Code 2257 model consent releases. Now, I've already gone to the FBI with those pleadings because they're an admission of Dinesh's knowledge or his criminal intent that there may be child pornography involved, and he's in the picture. So that's already in the FBI's possession. His pleadings and everything else, and already the filed court documents, they serve as actually an admission. So Dinesh could actually be in very, very big trouble because of his lawyer's admissions in documents. Now, here's Mother Goose, dirty conscience Nick Chiappetta. Okay, he's got a dirty conscience. Okay, and if you look on his website, that's the big thing. You know, Michael, that lawyers have ethical rules of what they can say in advertising, right? It's about consumer protection and everything else. Well, look what Nick Chiappetta says on his website. Go down a little bit, and that's his website right there. And he has statements about the two Dinesh Nashirvan cases, Couture and then Nashirvan. Read both those squibs.
Couture versus Ayal versus Noshavan, successfully defended content creator against false accusations of defamation, invasion of privacy, and tortious interference with a business relationship.
Did he successfully? The next one.
Noshavan versus Couture, representative plaintiff content creator in a lawsuit against multiple defendants who conspired and committed cyber defamation and online reputation and character assassination. That case is currently ongoing.
Okay. Here's the point. Judge Steele ruled on August 12th, right there, that there is no conspiracy that he sees. So that's false. The first one successfully defended. That case is still ongoing. It hasn't gone to conclusion. It hasn't been a final ruling. There's no appeal. He is lying on his website. He knows he has a media defendant. He's doing it to poison the jury pool in the Couture case, as well as my case, because they're trying to say things about Dinesh that are not true, that the federal court judge had said on August 12th are not true. Okay, now what did I do? I sent this all to the Florida bar. I go down and check out some of the questions that I asked the Florida bar. That's the Florida bar. They're going to kick his ass out. So
right, here we go. On his website, Mr. Chiappetta lists Noshavan versus Couture as a case against multiple defendants who conspired and committed cyber defamation and online reputation and character assassination. Judge John Steele's August 12th, 2025 opinion and order in that case found no conspiracy and publicly reprimanded Mr. Chiappetta for bad faith conduct, questioned as advertising unproven allegations as established facts, an ongoing case, violate whatever rule.
Those are the advertising rules.
All right. The website claims Mr. Chiappetta has won hundreds of personal injury and insurance dispute cases and has a reputation for being trustworthy and skilled. Question: do such qualitative claims in round number figures require objective substantiation under Florida bar standards? And you go on. Let's read number 4. Judge Steele found that Chiappetta acted in bad faith and issued a public reprimand citing rules 4.8 and some other rules or more to the rule. Questions: does a federal court's public reprimand automatically trigger bar review, or must a separate grievance be filed before an investigation begins? So you are hoping
that. Go down to see where it says under 12, where it says archive. Go right there. Click on that where it says archive under 12.
Oh, all right.
Now that this is this his website now has been archived. This is not going anywhere. So if he goes and
Mhm,
changes his website, go down, go down,
mhm.
go down. And this is more about Nick Chiappetta and his notable cases. This is here on the internet for everyone to see forever, including the Florida bar, who has not responded to my media requests about protecting the public from someone who I believe, but not just me, I'm some schmuck named Luthman, a guy named Judge John Steele believes, in his opinion and order of August 12th, is a
Mhm.
bad faith actor. And it shows further bad faith in his attorney advertising and the way he operates. He's a bad operator. He's Mother Goose. He tells stories about his client. He tells stories to the public, and they're all tales. They're tales and they're false, and they shouldn't be allowed. Before we even get into Dinesh Nishirvan, you have to get into the lawyers that enable him. And Nick
Mhm.
Chiappetta enables him the same way that Randy Pocket Rocket Chocket enables Jeremy Hales to tell their lies. So that's the
Right.
point that we're attacking here. We're going after the licenses of these lawyers that are violating the ethical rules to protect the public. And the Florida bar can no longer sit on its hands, right? It's a couple of weeks already. It's the summer. We'll give them another week or so before we go haywire. But after the Labor Day holiday, and let them get back into business. But the Florida bar has to act, and they have to act by letting the public know the perceptions of the justice system are safe, that you don't have some hack lawyers running around. This is two in the state of Florida that we have, just that we know. And there are others, if we went and looked, we would find similar ones with these social media psychopaths that aid and abet them. So the Florida bar needs to act, and they have to do it soon.
Right, and they should do the same for Randall Shockett. And one way in which these two guys are similar is that they failed to restrain their clients when they're acting in an out of control way during depositions. Jeremy Hale's deposition late last year was obscene, and Shockett did nothing to restrain him. I think I mentioned that I wanted to do it. We should do it. We should compare the two depositions because you're going to find two clients who are treating the process with complete lack of respect and two lawyers who are letting them act out in violation of ethical standards in both cases. So that's one way in which both these lawyers and both their clients are pretty similar. They have no respect for the deposition. It's not a place for you to grandstand. If you're being deposed, you're asked questions. You have to answer the questions. It's one of those things. It's simple but not easy because it's very hard to continue to just answer questions. But that's all you can do in a
It takes
deposition.
it to a different level because both Jeremy Hales and Dinesh Nishirvan made internet content about going into their depositions, and then afterwards about what happened at their depositions. So it's part of like the ploy. It's defeating their
Right.
millions of viewers that we're mega influencers and we're going to a deposition. It's the show. It's not doesn't
Mhm.
have the proceedings that become diluted. It's not like something where you're solemnly swearing under oath to something. It's like it's like a circus, and you're expected
Right.
to be
And
a
that's
attorney.
what both these guys turned it into a circus. And in one case, the judge allowed it. Magistrate Bozo should have he claimed everyone was responsible. I didn't really explain how Bruce Matskin, the lawyer for the other side, was responsible. In this case, Judge Steele actually held him accountable. I think that Noshirvan's days are not numbered yet, but they are going to be numbered. And
Well,
the way to
he's
take these
broke.
guys down is
That's
through
like he's broke.
lawsuits.
He's broke, and he's gonna
Right.
be broke because he's got a sanctions order from Judge Steele, and he's got to pay the Dwayne Morris, the big law firm, big
Mhm.
law international law firm, their fees for like 2 months. That's gonna be like
Mhm.
$100,000, easy. That
Mhm.
guy doesn't have that 100,000, and then he's going in and Judge Mizell on September 10th. Okay, in
Mhm.
Fort Myers federal court, Mizell's going to sanction him too. You said
Right.
before we even knew this, maybe 1,500. Now, if you have knowing what you know, and you're Judge Mizell, what do you think the
Right,
sanction is?
you might bump it to 5,000. He's got I think that he's got problems, and that is the way to take him down. And it's the same with Jeremy. If all of the not all, but if a lot of the people who are wronged by him sue him at the same time, he's going to face a lot of problems.
And
Uh,
I
and
told
that
everybody
that
that.
is the way to take that guy down.
I told everybody that
Turn
on
flip
the
the
podcast.
script on that guy and you sue him. Though look, I'm not the sort of person to sue. I don't have a reason to sue. Though he did send in dirty cops after me, claim falsely that I was being under investigation. All of those theoretically could be crimes, definitely towards if I wanted to sue. But that's the way to take these guys down is through these lawsuits. That's one way. There's other ways. That's one way to take them down.